Hey, this is Drake here. I was going to make another quick Stellar Blade recording. I was going to go over probably one of the biggest problems. I mean, it's a great game. I really have no complaints, but one of the biggest problems is this point of no return quest. And it kind of gives you a warning, but it doesn't really go into enough detail. Let's see if we can get it to show it here. Now, spoiler alert, this is in-game.
No regrets.
And this is New Game Plus. But when it gives you the option to head to the orbital elevator.
Just a reminder, we're heading into Spain. We should try to take care of everything you need to in Zion before we leave.
It gives you this warning here. If you hit the orbital, you can no longer proceed with any side missions, and traveling to other areas will be restricted. Continue. Alright, we're going to hit no. But what it doesn't really tell you, or it doesn't make super clear in my opinion, is that you won't be able to do anything else afterward. It locks you in a long storyline quest that leads right up to the end of the game. I mean, it's long and there's some collectibles, but all your collectibles that you need, you will miss once you go to that point, and there's no way to come back to it after that point that I know of. Now, what the problem with that is your body cores, your beta cores, stuff like that. There's a finite amount in each playthrough of the game. So if you're under, you could potentially, if you don't explore, you could have half the life and half the beta that you should have going into this. Also, your tumbler upgrades for your amount of heals that you have, you could potentially have half the heals that you should have. We can just show it here. I mean, if you've played the game, you know all this. But as you can see, I mean, I believe it's 30. On New Game Plus, your weapon will go up to plus 30. Your tumbler goes up to plus 5. And then you can level it further on New Game Plus. The gear sockets aren't such a big deal because you get plenty of those. Also, another big thing that I've noticed, your exospines and your other parts, you get Mark II and New Game Plus. Alright, if you don't find them in the original game, when you find them in New Game Plus, they're still base level for some reason. So if you're looking for a Mark II of something that you didn't happen to find in the first playthrough, finding it in the second playthrough will not give you the Mark II of it. You will have to do another playthrough just to get the Mark II of it. It's kind of ridiculous in my opinion, but I mean, that's just how they made it. So it's going to New Game Plus could be very hard, and if you don't do all the collectibles in the first playthrough, it's possible that you won't be able to max your stats out in the second playthrough. Because there's a, like I said, there's a finite amount of body cores and beta cores, and when you go to New Game Plus, you can upgrade your life and your beta more. You can upgrade your weapon more. It's possible that if you do the minimal amount of exploring that you won't be able to max out in 2 playthroughs. You'll have to go for a third. Also, another thing that's really good to get, you go to your rewards. Now, most of these are not very good, but if you see at Collect 35, it gives you an extra WB pump. What that is that's 2 revives in each boss fight, and the last few boss fights are pretty tough. So I just thought I'd make a video going over this right quick, because really, I mean, it tells you that you're going into end game, but what it doesn't tell you is that you can be super unprepared when you get there, and you can have, like I said, nearly half life, half beta, and half heals that you should have, plus having 1 less WB pump than you should have. I mean, you can take your in-game experience and make it from being hard to nearly unbeatable if you're not careful. Like I said, I mean, once you get to that point, go to the orbit elevator, make sure you've got everything done that you want to get done, because after that, it's the point of no return. You will either, and even if you go to New Game, it's possible that there won't be enough resources to max out your character, so it could even ruin your New Game Plus playthrough. But I just thought I'd make a video on that, because that's a pretty big issue. I mean, it could potentially ruin your save if you did the least amount of exploring that's possible. And then that's it. And if you have any questions, leave a comment. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like the channel, drop a sub. As always, thanks for watching.